All right, y'all. This is my breakdown of the 1987 super fight between Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Now, at the time before the fight, Hagler was 62 2-2 with 52 knockouts. Ray was 33-1 with 24 knockouts. Now, ironically, they both weighed in around 158, which is surprising considering that Hagler was a true middleweight. Prior to the fight, Hagler had just beat Mugabe in an 11-round TKO knockout, rather, and it was a dog fight, But he was definitely felt the effects of it. Leonard had fought a guy named Kevin Howard. After he retired, came out of retirement, fought Howard, and then retired right after it. So when they was talking about the fight, Hagler really didn't even want to take the fight, honestly. He felt like he had more to lose. He was thinking of retiring, and he remembered when he wanted to fight Ray, Ray didn't give him a chance. What changed his mind was they offered him $12 million, and they gave Ray $11 million, so he took that money. Now, initially Ray Camp wanted it to be a 10-round fight, but Ray Leonard was like, nah, we're going to do 12 rounds, and I want a bigger ring and no 10-ounce gloves. No 8-ounce gloves, 10-ounce gloves. So Hagler agreed to all of that, but he wanted it to be 15 rounds. So to avoid losing the contract, because Ray wasn't giving in, Hagler gave in to the 12 rounds. So Ray really got a lot of the things that he wanted. Now, as far as the belts, the only belt that was on the line was the WBC and the ring belt, even though Hagler was the undisputed champion. The IBF refused to sanction the fight, so they told him if you lose, the title will be vacated. The WBA wanted him to fight as mandatory, so since he didn't want to do that, they stripped him. So now you got the WBC and the ring belt on the line. So to the fight, lots of controversy. Some people thought Ray won, some people thought Hagler won. I'm one of the people who initially felt like Hagler won this fight. I watched it a lot of times, and as I've gotten older, I see why they gave it to Ray. What we watching is Hagler gave away the first 3 rounds, first of all. For whatever reason, he just didn't have that sense of urgency, so he gave the first 3 rounds away. The second thing I thought Hagler did wrong was, if people who studied him and they know Hagler, besides the fact everyone knows he switched the side, so he goes from orthodox to southpaw, but he's way more dangerous from southpaw, way more elite. And he just didn't go there often enough, and he definitely didn't stay there long enough when he did. I thought he let Ray off the hook by working orthodox. It was like he had a point to prove, and he cut his nose off to spite his face. The third thing I thought he did wrong was he followed Ray around all night long, right? So considering that he was such an elite fighter, well-trained, well-schooled, lots of discipline, lots of stamina, he followed that man around. He didn't cut him off like he's supposed to cut a guy off like Ray. He gave Ray lots of outs where he was able to just fly around the ring. And we saw that with Teofimo and Ortiz. That's why I thought Ortiz won that fight, because if I want to move and you want to sit and bang and we end up moving all night, I win, because we fought my fight. We didn't fight your fight, So that's kind of how I looked at the Ortiz fight, and that's kind of how I started looking at this fight. And then the last thing that I thought Hagler did wrong was he allowed Ray to just keep flurrying him. Now, I never seen anything like it in my life. You let the guy throw flurries repeatedly at the end of the round, knowing that that's what he's going to do. Now, for the people that watched this fight, the crowd was all into it. They was cheering crazy. It was definitely a pro-Ray crowd. They was reacting to all of his stuff. So Hagler needed to be way more urgent, have way more intensity, way more punches, and he just didn't. He just fought like he was really winning the fight, and I didn't look at him here. I didn't think he was winning the fight. When you look at it again, you say, oh no, Ray got him. Ray done baited him in, used the carrot on the string kind of thing, and just he stole it from him. And really, Hagler never recovered. He got mad. He took his ball and went home. He just said, that's it. He don't even want to fight no more. I thought he could have fought Ray again, maybe fought another person, get himself, some wins before he gave it up. But He probably was tired. He fought a lot of fights. Hagler come from a tough background. His first fight he got $40. So 12 million. Hagler said that's it. Took himself to France. Or somewhere like that. Just lived out the rest of his days. So yeah, that's why I thought he lost the fight. I thought that he gave away the first 3 rounds. First of all, he took too long to switch to southpaw, and he didn't stay in southpaw long enough. And then I also thought he followed way around the ring all night long, and then he allowed him to throw flurries at the end, at the beginning actually, and the end. He let him flurry him out. And so for those reasons, I got Ray winning, and I got Hagler losing. And it hurt to say it because I really love Hagler. I studied him a lot, but he lost, buddy. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I appreciate everybody watching. I definitely do, man. It means a lot. Peace.
I beat him and he knows it. Everybody knows. I knew it was too close. I told you about Vegas. No way about it,
Marvin, he also said that you had K&O in your right hand. You hoped it wouldn't go this far.
Well, I figured I was beating him good, Oh, geez.
Now, how about the first 2 rounds? Gil and I thought that you really gave away the first couple of rounds by boxing in the orthodox style.
I stayed aggressive. I took everything you had. I made him fight. Come on, I won the fight.
Well, I know you're tremendously disappointed, but it was a tremendous show, Marvin. This was more than anybody ever expected in terms of a great championship fight. Will you come back? Will there be more for you, Marvin?